So, again, I'm responding to something quite late, so apologies for that. I actually already responded by typing, so it's not an issue. However, I thought I'd make a video about this particular topic. So, Sifakazi Sibale Dlamini, I apologize for pronouncing that. I know I sound like a stupid English guy, but listen, the stupid English guys pronounce my name really badly as well, so I kind of know your pain. Anyway. She asks, do you not miss out on the networking element with distance learning? What did I say in the reply? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Can't bother to read it. I'll just answer it probably the same way. Yeah, I didn't like it. Sorry. I don't like the fact that the networking element is basically non-existent. It can be done if you put some effort in. I'm just not a digital guy. Like, I got this channel, which is small at the moment, and then I got my writings online, which are more me writing and then just sharing it, because you need to be able to articulate your thoughts, which is what writing is so good for. But yeah, generally I'm not a digital guy. I like the in-person networking aspect, and yes, you do miss out on it with the distance learning. It's like non-existent. Like I said, you have what do you call them? Coffee breaks, where it's just you and everyone else, and you all talk. I mean, maximum I've seen is 8 people. One person talks at a time. It's kind of crap. Like, it's not like a real meeting where you actually talk to people, meet people, and you have your own individual conversations. It's all very, very odd. One person says something, another person says something. It's not bad. It's just that it's like a Zoom meeting where one person's talking it is a Zoom meeting where one person's talking at a time. That's not social. That's a meeting, just like a work meeting. The forums are more of a chore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't dislike them because they are free marks. They do make you think. They force you to think about the topic of the week as well, so you can't just, it's a good deterrent from you just forgetting about the week in a way. Sometimes it's annoying because if you've left it to the last minute, as I have done a few times, you've basically left it to the same time as your essay deadline. So your essay deadline will be like 10 a.m. in the morning, and then the deadline for the forum will be at 11 a.m. That is your own fault. It was my fault, by the way. Don't take that as a criticism to the course. Point is, I mean, you just don't leave it to the deadline. That's as simple as that. Now, as I said, I don't find it that appealing because, yeah, you're reading everyone's responses, but generally speaking, you'll see, I mean, you don't care about what other people are forced to write, right? It's not like a conversation on an actual forum or with an actual person. So that element is not good for networking, but decent for getting some marks. I'm not gonna lie, if it was unmarked, I just wouldn't bother with it. So then you have the individual meeting with your teaching fellow, which isn't really networking, it's just you talking about stuff. That's more you learning about where you can take your essay and things like that, and they are quite helpful. The ones I've had have been decent. Like I said, the only issues I've had are with essay help, and the university hasn't really provided a good avenue for that. Their philosophy on the essay is, you need the grade. It's not, you need to learn to think, and this is how you put your thoughts on paper. And I don't like that philosophy, because it's like, you're going to go out there, I'm not going to make this about the essay. There'll be other videos that talk about essays and things like that. For now, this is just about networking. Bear in mind, I do live in London, so I do attend the university to just, you don't have to for this course, but I like to just go and work there because I don't like to work in my room all the time. And yeah, you have access to it, but it's not, you don't have, you could network that way, but for me, I'm 30 and a lot of these guys are like 21-year-olds, and you can just tell there's a huge difference in life outlook and philosophy, and they're theorizing and you're a guy with like 10 years life experience, and it sounds egotistical, but there is a massive gap. Some of them you can get along with, yes, but generally speaking, I do see where I do see myself in them 10 years ago. And I don't think your 30-year-old self can necessarily have a good conversation with your 20-year-old self, whereas your 40-year-old self might be able to have a good conversation with your 30-year-old self. Let's just put it that way. At least I hope that's the case in my situation. So yeah, I hope that answers your questions. I've already answered them by typing, as I said, to those of you that are watching this. But I've just realized that there's a decent life lesson in there at the end. You should look forward to some elements of your future. So, 40 to some people, they see it as old, boring, whatever, right? But think about what you will have. You'll have a lot more wisdom, right? And if you value status in this life, like when I say status, I'm talking about career status or sporting status or whatever, then you will be more likely to see that aspect of your old self as valuable. Talking about the wisdom aspect doesn't mean I'm looking forward to being that old, but what I'm saying is when you are that old, there'll be so much about you that's beneficial, and you'll have so much more life experience, and you'll be a much more prosperous person. You'll be a lot more disciplined. If you want to achieve something at that age, you'll be able to achieve it from a mental perspective a lot easier. However, bear in mind that there will be constraints of family and whatever else is an issue at that time for you. So yeah, think about what you will have in the future, and that way you won't be so miserable about the concept of that time of your life. Done.